Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the park in Norco, out for another walkabout. This video is really about protection, but personal protection. As I'm out here walking almost by myself in Norco, I walk usually 3 to 4 miles in a given day just to walk around the block, stay healthy. And this thought came to me as I was going back and thinking about a conversation that I had with a friend related to jewelry, related to wardrobe and fancy things. Well, there is another reason that I don't wear fancy jewelry. And I don't really wear fancy clothes. I do my best to dress well. I'm the son of a cop, so I can't go out with wrinkled clothes. If I'm going out someplace nice for dinner, I generally have to make sure it's ironed and it looks good. But another reason that I don't do jewelry is based on where I live. I live in California, and some of you listening to this might be in other parts of the country, but you might have some similarities to what's been happening here in California. Now, California is number one when it comes to being number two. And I'm talking about crime, okay? Just 2 weeks ago, there was an altercation. Something happened down the street from my house. I read about it on the police report. An altercation where a neighbor came out to see why this guy was yelling at her neighbor. She decided she would take a picture of that guy's license plate to make sure that she could report him to the police. That guy, apparently some Cal State Fullerton professor, whoever he was, he came over to her. She's an older lady, and he shoved her out of the way so hard she apparently fell down, hit her head, maybe got a black eye. The whole deal. He assaulted her. He assaulted a woman on the street in front of her own home. You think, he must have been arrested. No, he was cited and released at the scene. Cited and released at the scene for assaulting a woman on the street? What the hell is going on? All that to come back and say, why would you ever want to attract attention to yourself in California or any other place that might have a potential criminal element? Why would you want to wear fancy jewelry, fancy clothing, anything that broadcasts, hey, come smack me over the head? True story. I know someone that if that happened to, he's out with his wife. He's so proud of his Rolex. He's got a $30,000 Rolex on. He's wearing his fancy shirt and his fancy clothes, basically wearing a neon billboard that says, come assault me and steal my stuff. Sure enough, he gets hit over the head with a pipe. His wife is shoved to the ground. They come and steal his watch. That was the primary target of the assault. He ends up with permanent nerve damage in his neck, but that's what they wanted, was just his watch. So somewhere, he was probably at a restaurant or standing next to someone on the bus who very clearly spotted his $30,000 watch. Congratulations, you have a $30,000 watch. You know who's going to get assaulted if that person and I are standing next to each other on the street? Yeah, likely the guy with the $30,000 watch on. Folks, as I'm walking around, I know that I'm guilty of it, but I know that a lot more people are guilty of getting lost in their phones and not paying attention. And something that I do, even as I'm recording this video, I didn't even realize it, I'm always turning around. Put your head on a swivel. Think about where you are and realize that if you live in California, assault and battery of an old woman is cited and released. Why would you draw attention to yourself, and why would you wander around without being a good gazelle and just paying attention to what the heck's going on around you? California, unfortunately, I don't believe is ever going to get any better. It's never going to get better. New York's never going to get better. Big cities never going to get better. They're going to just be terrible. Why would you go into an environment where there's a potential criminal element and not protect yourself? Why broadcast, hey, come assault me, right? You'll end up in an ambulance going by right now, right? That's a good way to end it. Stay safe out there, everybody. Share this with your family, friends, men and women. Because remember, my friend, by the way, he was a former police officer, very big guy. Doesn't matter how big you are when you get hit in the back of the head with a pipe. Be safe out there.